And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus earlier. You've got to look your best coming into an opponent's building. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A breathtaking view of the New York City skyline as taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Walker.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Cantor in at center. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen, and it's Smith in at the point guard.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Now here is Robinson. And he elevates, and then the slam! Cantor did not like that.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Tatum's shot is off. And a fast break now for New York. Barrett is running, and it's Smith missing. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown, good.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Here's Knox. Last game he had 13. Smith outside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And he makes that one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Knocks it loose. He feeds it to Robinson. Misses the layup.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Walker goes in. That's tipped.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Robinson with it. Cantor covering. Robinson passes to Smith. He's off on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Here's Smith. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Randall outside. Here's Barrett. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the shot goes in. Tatum's got his second basket.
And their offense already in a flow. some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Knicks trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Here's Knox. Just 4 to shoot. Trying to get something going. Second shot opportunity, and Robinson with the layup.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
Brown wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. 4-point game. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, boy, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him. Moved from L.A. to New Orleans, now to New York, an offensive force continuing to improve.
And it's Brown missing. New York trailing. Here's Knox. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Knox misses.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
And the way Brown sprints toward the rim makes defenses nervous. He's so adept at drawing contact on his way to the bucket.
And the first one drops. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
And Brown drops them both. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you are. Let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, That's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah,
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. Here's Tatum, following the score by Dennis Smith. Back to Walker. Takes a 3. But they recover it. Cantor inside, guarded by Robinson. Cantor's shot is off. Over in the corner, Randall wants to get it to Robinson and does. Lays it up and banks it in. Robinson's got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Walker. Here's Cantor. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Randall kicks to Barrett. Here's Knox, guarded by Tatum. Knox misses.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Walker against Smith. Walker dishes to Cantor. Rebounded by Knox. The Knicks shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Kevin, can Dennis Smith Jr. not rely on just trying to be explosive all the time? Can he play with some poise and patience and get the in-between game going to help this offense do what it needs to do to function efficiently? That is the task at hand for Dennis Smith Jr. as he plays for the New York Knicks this season.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Brent, you and I were just talking about this with Smith. He's learning to pass out of or turn to a floater more often on his drives.
Yeah, that's because he used to be able to, because of his athleticism and playing against lesser talent, burst by guys and have no obstruction. Well, in the NBA, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to find ways to, once you get into the gaps, have decisions at the ready, whether that's to score or make plays for your teammates. That's where Dennis Smith Jr. has to improve.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Pass to Wanamaker. Got a piece of it. Back to Smart from outside the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Now here is Smith. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Bullock. And stolen by Hayward. Outside, Smart. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Celtics passing it around. Hayward against Smith. And the shot is good. And now it's a 3-point Boston lead.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
From 13 feet, it goes down. Smith's got 6 points.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
Here's Wanamaker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the pass to Poirier. Here's Hayward. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. They get a hand on it. Portis, the pass to Smith. and almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, after passing on drafting him at the 8th pick in 2017, the Knicks got Dennis Smith anyway, and he's a big part of their future.
Be interesting to see offensively how it is that Dennis Smith grows under David Fizdale and how they're going to operate this season. Obviously, you want to be an extension if you're the point guard of the coaching staff. Lots of pressure on Dennis Smith to perform consistently for this Knicks team to remain competitive.
That free throw, no good. But we're seeing more shooting guards take over playmaking and ball handling duties. Our positional designations, a thing of the past, which we always talk positionless players.
I think so, Kevin. Not in a traditional sense of point guard, 2 guard. What we're seeing now is most teams will talk about their roster, and Brad Stevens does this often for the Boston Celtics, is we have guards, wings, and bigs.
Right.
And that is where most NBA rosters are sitting now. And there are some guys who can cross over between being a guard and a wing, and even going from wing to big. We've seen that in small ball lineups.
Here's Wanamaker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
For Boston, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
The free throw drops by Hayward. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Smith. He's perfect from the line this time.
And what you love about Hayward, the all-around ability. Scores, facilitates rebounds, and does so with consistency.
And stolen by Hayward. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Elfrid Payton. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Payton. Morris outside. And stolen by Hayward. One-on-one here. Here's Wanamaker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. Floats one up. The shot, no good. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Williams, and finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
New York shooting 33% here in the first quarter. New York again turning it over. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Peyton. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Knicks trail by 12. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. And Smart over to help. Outside Portis. Peyton with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Morris, no good. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 20-6 run. Hayward to the paint. Here's Smart. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And the first one at the line is good.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
And so Smart nails both of them.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Pass to Morris. Hayward with some nice D. Celtics leading by 14. Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out to Hayward. Low block shot. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Marcus Smart, he's feeling it tonight and has been a driving force for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts, and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Morris is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Portis in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. Here's Payton following the bucket by the Celtics. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Tries again. Rebound Boston.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Payton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And 5 straight triple-doubles last season for Elfrid Payton, showing his all-around impact.
Amazing with his size and athleticism at the point guard position that he has that kind of versatility. That's some lofty company. I mean, 5 straight triple-doubles. What an amazing run by EP.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. And Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And both free throws good for Payton.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but We just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Now here's Tatum. He had 16 points in the win against Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. Here's Cantor. Makes it off the glass.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Pass to Randall. Gibson dishes to Randall. Over Cantor. That's good from Randall on the assist by Gibson.
The strength and the quickness, and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
Outside, Walker passes to Brown. The shot comes out, so New York will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Payton passes to Knox. Now here's Gibson. He's covered by Brown and stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Walker's running. Payton with some nice D.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Smith comes in for Elfrid Payton. Celtics leading by 20. Walker surveying the floor. Cantor. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Barrett. That 3 off the mark. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Now Cantor. 8 points his last outing, and the wing jumper offline.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Randall passes to Smith. Back to Randall, stolen by Cantor. Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Dennis Smith Jr. just playing hard right now and using some of that force from the point guard position.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The first one falls. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Robinson, that's good.
That's an easy shot provided by Dennis Smith Jr.
Celtics leading by 20. Now here's Walker. 35 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
The Celtics have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And that one misses.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
And Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Now here's Walker after R.J. Barrett's miss.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
No good on that one. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And he sinks the second.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Now here's Randall. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Shoots. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 5 points so far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Barrett. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Smith for 3. Walker with the rebound. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. The pass to Tice. Back to Walker. Robinson with the block. Here's Knox, guarded by Tatum. And the basket by Knox.
Well, Knox finding his way around the rim and then pretty versatile to finish.
Boston leading by 21. Outside, Walker. Pass to Tice. Back to Walker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Smith. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Smith the pass to Knox. Some solid defense from Brown.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Walker's shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
It's good on the putback. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Kicks it to Brown. This one for three. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he lobs it up.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Boston leading by 19 points. Outside, Walker. Brown outside. Back to Walker. Some solid defense from Robinson.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Smith outside. Pass to Robinson. Here's Knox. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Robinson misses. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. There's Brown with the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Knox has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barrett. Second shot opportunity. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he makes the first for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Barrett. And a new group in for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Gordon Hayward comes in for Daniel Tice. Smart's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And Brown drops them both. Knicks trail by 21. And here's Bullock. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Morris for 3. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. In the corner, it's Hayward. Back to Wanamaker. Hayward right side. The three-pointer no good. Knicks shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Smith, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Just attacking the basket right there. Smith Jr. goes up strong every time he gets in there.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists. And he sure is not looking to stop there.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. We've got 1:28 left here in the second. Outside, Smart from the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Morris looking over the floor. He kicks to Smith. Back to Morris. No good there. Williams with the defensive effort.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the sharpshooter, Reggie Bullock. Took some time for him, Greg, here in the NBA, but You know, he's going to shoot it.
Bullock has always been a consistent threat from outside, and that is why this team loves him. It doesn't offer too much else, but he can open up some room inside with that ability to hit from deep.
And he can't get the first one. And the Knicks making a change here. Payton's checked in. And the second free throw, good. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wanamaker's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
40 seconds left now here in the second. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks.
Hey, yo, right here.
He gets that one. Payton's got 6.
Good slice and dice from Payton there in the lane, finding room.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Smart passes to Wanamaker. Can't get it to fall.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And so it's Boston, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what do you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, man. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Brown is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Walker in at the 1. Now here's Brown. Tatum, that's for 2, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Tatum's got 6.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Smith with it. Poked away. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now Walker. Dishes it to Brown. From deep. Rebounded by Knox. Knox has got 6 rebounds in the game. The tray. Offensive rebound. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics leading by 18.
Watch Walker.
Outside, Walker, stolen by Robinson. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
And what I love about Barrett in transition, he can change directions at full speed.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 9 points.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now here is Smith. 10 points for him. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Tatum kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Walker. No good on the 3. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Randle, and yes, it's good. Randle's got his second basket of the game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Brown outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with, so great at getting to the line.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Brown drops them both. Knicks trail by 16. Down low. And Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, Knox trying to improve in this portion of his offensive game, distribution.
Walker against Smith. Brown outside. The kick out to Walker. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New York. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barrett wide open. He fires. Offline with his three.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 6. The pass to Tice. Robinson with the block. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That'll be his second foul of the game. For New York, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Smith. He's got 10. It's not going to go for him. Walker with some nice D. Celtics leading by 14.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. We saw it last year. He might get 4 or 5 blocks a game. So many players tempted to shoot outside shots because Mitchell would play off of them, and then quickly he would get to them and deflect the shot. So incredible quick twitch fibers and quick to the ball to make an impact defensively.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Smith against Walker. Pass to Brown. It's rebounded by New York. And with Robinson, if he played a full 40 minutes every game, Brent, his block numbers would be outstanding.
Look at you, Kevin, digging into the per 36 minutes statistics. I like it. He's a great rim protector. He has great activity down there. And if he can stay with the game plan, I think Coach Fizdale is going to find ways to give him more minutes in this season.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics leading by 7. And here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Now, here's Barrett. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Smith outside, launches it. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. In third, the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup by Walker. Walker's got 4 points this quarter.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Here's Smith. Kemba Walker making his last shot. No good on the shot. Oh, Tatum in position. Here's Barrett. And that one drops. Barrett's got 6 points.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Walker with it. He's got 11. Tatum drives in. Knocked away. Outside, Smart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Good shot.
And the first one drops. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And so, Smart nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Payton passes to Morris. And a wide open look for Portis. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside, Smart. Hayward kicks to Walker. Off target from outside.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Pass to Payton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New York. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board. And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Hayward. He's putting up 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly, I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Knicks now, trailing by 10. Now here's Payton. D right on him. Excellent D there from Williams.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now Payton, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Portis. No good from outside. Celtics leading by 10. Hayward with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Passes it to Hayward from past the arc. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. The pass to Morris. Pass to Gibson. Outside Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Hayward goes in, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Now Payton, 8 points for him. Morris outside. Kicks it to Bullock. Back to Morris. There's the triple, and he's good on the 3-ball. Morris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And the one thing about Morris, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Hayward outside. In the corner, Smart with it. Back to Hayward. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Bullock, defended by Hayward. And stolen by Hayward. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 12 points in the game. .129 left in the third. Now here's Payton. Morris outside. Lets it go from 14. Uses the glass to drop it in. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Got a piece of it. An even 3-on-3 break. 56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for New York. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. He doesn't get the second one. And Morris has got the ball here for the Knicks. It's a 13-point game. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's good. 2 points. He has 7.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Outside Williams. Hayward on the wing, covered by Morris. Hayward passes to Poirier. Shoots over Portis. Poirier, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
We're playing play to play, okay? Great job scoring, coming down, directing the ball, being up to touch, making everything difficult, rebounding every time the right way. Be us, no shortcuts.
Well, got to respect what he just said during that break, encouraging his guys to rebound and defend.
And Kevin, highlighting how important fundamental basketball is. Solid defense and aggressive rebounding gets you wins in this league.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Barrett. Portis is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Smith in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Knicks trail by 10. He kicks it to Morris. Back to Smith. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Smart. It's taken away by Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
I mean, you got to know that he can get up just like that. Wow.
Celtics leading by 8. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Hayward goes in. Poirier. And stolen by Portis. Pass to Morris. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Smart with the ball. Now Smith defending. Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. Second chance shot. Poirier no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Barrett no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Over in the corner, Brown. Passes it to Williams. Out to Hayward. And there's the pass to Poirier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Smith, the pass to Barrett. From outside, off the mark.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Smith, the pass to Portis. Now the feed to Barrett and taken away by Brown. Hayward left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 12-point Celtic lead. Here's Morris. Poked loose. Fires from the line. Hayward with some nice D. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Brown kicks to Williams. Morris with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Smith. Three-pointer. And the Knicks miss again. Celtics leading by 12. Brown feeling it out a bit. Kicks to Williams. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock. Hayward outside. Over Smith. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 22 points for Gordon Hayward.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Portis. Rando comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Knox in for Morris. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
And here's Walker. Here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
2 shots.
That that one is off. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And he's good on the second.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
Unloads from 13. Goes back up. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Robinson.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Walker against Smith. Here's Tatum. Knicks with the rebound. Knox has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Fires the three. Barrett, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. 13 points for Kemba Walker.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. Down by 12. .11 feet away. Rebound Boston. Cantor's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Brown. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Knicks trail by 13. To the middle. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
Oh, he wanted these people to hear that one. Smith against Walker. Pass to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 8 points for Enes Kanter.
Kanter does a good job of shooting off the catch there, easily getting that shot up thanks to his height.
New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Smith. Here's Robinson. Rebound Boston. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Here's Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Dennis Smith. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Tatum nails them both. Here's Smith. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Knicks trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And that one falls for Barrett.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
Walker the pass to Cantor. Brown outside. Back to Cantor. Over Robinson. That one misses. And New York will come the other way. Randall dishes to Smith. Here's Barrett. Randall on the follow.
Well, Randall not giving up on that play, smells that one out, grabs the ball, and gets 2 more.
Boston leading by 11. Walker goes in, feeds it to Cantor. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Barrett. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Tatum's shot is off. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Knox. The offensive rebound. The second chance effort. That shot is off. The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. There's Brown with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game. Knicks trail by 14. And taken away by Brown. Fast break. Here we go. They double team Walker. Pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tice, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Randall with the bucket.
Or maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Celtics leading by 12. And Walker kicks to Brown. Robinson with the block. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Smith. It's stolen by Brown. Cantor with it. Picked up by Barrett. Down low. Left side, Brown. That one doesn't go. Here's Smith. And that one drops for him.
Good job of change of speed. And then his ability athletically just burns the defense. Dennis Smith Jr., beautiful play.
Up top, Tice. There's the pass to Cantor. Fades away. And there it is for him. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Smith with it. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Barrett. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. Over Brown. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's. It's Brown with the drive. Rebounded by Knox.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Boston leading by 10. Walker the pass to Brown. Here's Tice. The 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Hayward outside. It's stolen by Randall. And here they come. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Randall's got 10 points here in the second half. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Brown for the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Here's Randall. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Well, Randall is looking like tonight he's capable of taking on the whole offensive load.
Walker with it. Robinson picks him up. Cantor's shot is off. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Barrett, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Here's Randall. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And stolen by Ellington. Pass to Trier. Here's Dotson. The 3. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, very nice win for you guys tonight.
You know, just proud of the way we fought. I thought we shared the basketball pretty well tonight. Played pretty solid defense as well. and got the win. So.
Great effort tonight, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.